Oh, what's up, guys? Matthew, getting ready to watch episode 1139 of One Piece. We are obviously still in the middle of the Egghead arc. We have just finished the Kuma flashback. Last episode, Kuma and Bonnie had a very emotional hug. Frankie got kicked by Kizaru and then got right back up. Sanji hit Saturn. Vegapunk's making speeches. I'm so hyped. You guys know me. I'm going to yap throughout the episode, and I'm going to yap a lot at the end. So I do want to hop straight into it. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. I have the entire episode list of Egghead on my Patreon. It is $7 a month for the full lengths over on there. Check it out if you're interested. Finally, and most importantly, if you enjoy my content, you enjoy my reactions to animes like One Piece, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It really does help me out. Let's get into it. Oh, new opening alert! This shit looks awesome! I did hear rumblings a couple weeks ago that they were going to do one last opening and ending for the arc. I don't, with any opening or ending of anime, I don't look too hard. I don't want exact specifics of the arc, but I do want to listen to the music. Century. I said I don't want to look too hard, but then I'm looking really hard. Yo! I was gonna say that this opening... Is that Dorian Brogy? I don't want to look too hard, but is that Dorian Brogy? My girl Vivi! Why would Dorian Brogy be in this? Wow, Garling. Oh, this is awesome, dude. This might be one of the best openings of the entire show. This is crazy. I've been trying to say this entire time. It is very much reminding me... was that Joy Boy? This is very much reminding me of opening 13. Again, a different bit of a vibe, but the same, like... It's a shakeup for a normal One Piece opening. Oh. Again, I feel like he's going to awaken and sacrifice himself one more time. Get a final blow into Saturn or something so they can escape. Or destroy a... chasing ship once they get off the island. Something like that. Man, Vegapunk is a tough son of a bitch, I'll be honest. He got a scowl on him too. He's about to lick Saturn to death. He's about to come on now, watch out. Doll, right? I mean, there's so many bums that, and I don't see him for like 20 episodes. And we can survive it. It's cannons and shit. Kizaru can fly away. And no, you've hit my pride now. You've hit my ego. Is that a Nintendo Switch? So we've done it before? As long as we keep our power, we're okay with locking humanity into one era. He doesn't want to do it, but he gonna have to. He probably knows 800 things. He don't care about humanity. He's not human. Do you have it in strike distance or? Oh, did it already sink? Or is this what is this? Is this Luffy? Is this something Luffy? He's evil! Like we knew this, but oh my god, is that actuality? But he wiped him out? Again, I'm not saying like I'm surprised that he wouldn't do it, but I'm surprised that he actually succeeded in doing it. Oh, you have made an enemy of Vegapunk. Even if you kill him, he's gonna do something. No, I'm checking. I don't know. I don't know if he's making it. All that really matters is we get one Vegapunk, right? Because they all sort of have some of the same... They have the same information. Come on, Chop. Come on, Usopp. When are you guys gonna toughen up? I know we've got to... I don't want to say flanderize, but I know we got to keep you guys cowardly for the duration of the show, but Jesus. No. Yeah, Robin need to man up, I ain't gonna lie. She milking this. Man, Robin milking this, I ain't gonna lie. Jeez, yeah, Brooke went with the baddie of the arc. Who said that? Bone. Yeah, Lilith, I'm sorry for being like this. I'm not normally someone who goes horn dog with the One Piece, with anime in general, but Lilith is top 3 of the verse, I ain't gonna lie. Nice job, bro. May I see your panties? Fire? You're traitors to the world. You don't fight for the citizens. You're celestial dragon dogs. Okay, guys, I think that's enough. I think, guys, that's... Are we gonna see any land? Oh, I think we're gonna see a couple. Oh, brother. My God, he's looking like me. Just rebombing the places we bombed, and they inverted the fashion shop shot, too. Oh my God, his whole world, dream, being crushed in front of him. His citizens died. He's about to, yeah. I don't know if he's gonna like tell Saturn he knows something, reveal something to Luffy or what. But he's about to fuck shit up. Oh, stop it! This is heartbreaking to watch. Show me the same shot of the fashion shop getting destroyed. And it's tough for Kizaru to watch. I mean, I know Saturn's... Uh-oh, he sees the way Kizaru's reacting. Oh, Jesus. Aww. Kizaru, no, my baby. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Luffy gonna step in, or... And Sanji's here in the thick of it still. I'm not escaping. I think Vegapunk would kind of also want to go down with the ship, if that makes sense. What are you doing? Just go in front of it and knock the thing off the rails. He wants any excuse possible to. Kuma, no reaction. Oh wow, separated him. I don't know. I don't want Saturn to see weakness in Kizaru and kill him or anything like that. Oh, he's gonna get focus all the attention. Oh my God. Is it, like coding breakthrough or anything? No, it's just stone cold. They keep putting so much focus into it that I think there's gonna be a breakthrough, but no. No, Dad, don't shoot yourself. Yo, look at that! She's underage, I can't say anything. Oh my God. Oh, protect him. He's gonna take himself out, technically. Oh my God. Oh, what a shot! Alice is going, protect me too! Oh, Jesus, never mind. What utter foolishness. Yeah, you're the one who orchestrated the whole thing. There's no foolishness involved. You forced the hand and every step of the way. Oh my god.
娘と気づかずにお前を撃ち抜くこと。
That is again. You know they've been wanting to make me cry for like 15 episodes straight now with the Bonnie and Kuma stuff. But like whenever I think it hits the pinnacle and I won't get emotional again, it keeps getting more and more emotional. You know what I mean? And again, this stretch of episodes has been just sublime. Some of the best pure episodes of the show. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! This is Marine ships. Marine ships. Robot. The sun's so bright it does not look like water. I like it's different. Again, I really like the music of Egghead because I feel like it's different than a lot of the other arcs of One Piece. It feels unique. Yo, what's going on? I mean, the whole song so far is just repeating simple words, but it's hidden for some reason. And I love the difference in animation style. Is this foreshadowing she's gonna be the last Vegapunk left? I hope not. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm forced to only be with one Vegapunk left, I do want it to be Lilith. But what am I gonna say? They have simply done it again. I mean, did you expect anything different? I will be honest. Before I went into the conversation, because it was really irking me, I did look up the name of that robot. I don't like to look things up, but I did it in a way where I don't get spoiled at all, because I'm not getting spoiled on One Piece. I'm not devoting this much of my life to watching something to get spoiled. But Emmett, I did forget that name. I would assume that he's the one who messed up the ships that were going to attack the escapees. You know what I mean? So I'm very hyped to see that. This was again one of the best episodes of the show, and when I say that, like, again, I say it almost every week, but I mean, One Piece has never been a show that I think has like specifically great episodes. I think because of the weird pacing issues and sometimes like a quarter of each episode is recap. Sometimes that specific episodes don't stand out. It's more of like that arc was good or that stretch of episodes was good. But specifically, the last couple episodes of Egghead you can stack up to a random episode of Attack on Titan or a random episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or something like that, to where they're very episodic, if that makes any sense. So props to that. Again, this was another fantastic one, and I do want to give a shout out to that new opening. I thought that is already, I mean, my true opinions of music, especially like anime opening and ending sort of thing, they get really like defined after I listen to it a couple times. So it's not set in stone or anything, but I think that's one of the best openings, especially like the animation wise. Again, I didn't want to look too close at it, although it was kind of hypnotizing. I didn't want to get spoiled. I did see Dorian Brogy, which I don't know. I mean, I would assume, well, not assume, Dory and Brogy are going to be at Elbaf. You know what I mean? I would 100% believe we're going to run into them. And I do know that Elbaf is the next arc. I don't know if this opening maybe extends into the Elbaf arc a little bit. Maybe that's what they're planning. Or, I don't think Dory and Brogy are going to show up at Egghead, right? I don't think so. But, what are you going to do? Again, everything about that episode, the cinematography, the animation. And again, I feel like I say this like every 100 episodes of One Piece, but it feels like they've stepped up the animation and the quality again. Now, I will say this, and again, I don't want anyone to think this is like a negative or anything like that. I don't necessarily think it's a negative. It's a fact. One Piece is not a consistently budgeted show, if that makes any sense. Like I don't think that they put the same amount of effort into the show every single episode. I think they sort of will have one or two really big hits. And then I don't want to say they're coasting for the other episodes, but they're sort of saving budget a little bit, either by adding recap or showing repeat scenes or dragging certain things out, so that when they get to certain moments of the arc, the episodes really hit. That's the vibe I got from this. That's the vibe that I got from last episode was really good, but I believe it was the 2 episodes ago that was like one of my favorites of the entire show, like top 10, top 15 quality, if that makes any sense. So that's the vibe I got. I don't necessarily know if it's like an increase in quality again, or if it's just simply the last couple episodes have been slightly lower budget so that they can make this one super crazy. But I am so hyped for this arc, man. The vibe I get from Vegapunk, and I will say, that's why I don't like to look at endings or anything like that, but I am now kind of believing that Lilith would be the last one left. And again, I fully believe that she could reprogram or resplit her mind so that the other ones could be reborn, essentially. But I have a sneaking suspicion that only one of them is going to like be living as they leave the island. And it probably would be Lilith. I hope it's Lilith. Lilith is my favorite of them. I'm not just talking because she's a goddamn baddie. I would say her and Shaka were the most interesting ones. I mean, they were the ones that were given the most focus, 100%. But they were my favorites, other than Stella. But as of right now, it feels like Stella. I don't necessarily wants to do it, but it feels like Stella's going to go down with the ship, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Stella's going to either have a heroic sacrifice or share some big information to like Luffy, or sort of spit in Saturn's face, if that makes any sense, in a final stand and get killed, but we'll have a win, if that makes any sense. I'll die, but my satellites, or a satellite, is going to live, so I'm still going to be there. My information is still going to be shared to the world, but also I'm gonna get a win. I'm gonna get killed, but I'm gonna get a win. I'm gonna be able to rub something in your face after all that you've done to me, after all that you've done to Kuma, and especially after all that you've done to my girl Jewelry Bonnie. So I really like that. Let me tell you what, I got goosebumps thinking about it. I've spoken about it in my Egghead reactions. I love Kizaru, but like a lot of characters in One Piece, Kizaru, he's introduced in Sabaody, he really hasn't been given anything, especially like an intense character focus. Like for me, I know some people, how do I say it? Like, I got something. And again, you can like whatever character you want. Your favorite character can be whoever you want. For me, Mihawk wouldn't make my top 70 characters list of One Piece. Might not even make the top 100 characters list. I don't think he's not been detailed or given anything, any intense arc or anything like that. He's just sort of badass and cool. To some people, badass and cool is okay. To some people, Mihawk would be their favorite character, and that's fine. I'm not saying that you're wrong in saying that. I'm just saying for me, it would be sort of crazy for me to highly rank Mihawk just because he's been given zero focus. I would sort of say Kizaru was in that same boat. And again, I had a hypocritical thought to where Kizaru really hadn't been given that much focus, but he probably would have made a top 30 characters list for me before Egghead. Just because I like the shtick, I like the gimmick, I like how cool he is, I like how nonchalant he is. But all that saying, as cool as it would have been, or as badass, if that makes any sense, for Kizaru to be the stone cold killer who never tries or never cares about anything, he's a human at the end of the day. You know what I mean? He cares about certain things, and seeing that emotion just take over his face, and he want to cry, and the eyebrows, and he takes the first excuse to not kill Vegapunk. I thought that was amazing. I really did. Again, this arc, I've already said it, and it's been like this for a while. It's my 6th favorite arc of the show. And depending on how they wrap this up, I don't necessarily know if it's 100% not going to surpass Water 7, which is my favorite arc. It's not going to surpass Impelled Down, probably, which is my 2nd favorite arc. It's not going to pass any. I mean, it could technically pass Enies Lobby. Enies Lobby as my 3rd favorite arc, but I don't think it will. I don't think the emotion, in terms of like all of the characters, because the reason that Water 7 and Enies Lobby to me is the peak of the show is that it focuses on 4 Straw Hats. It gives them major arcs, major moments, and then it also just has an intense focus on the crew in general, and Luffy's sort of journey to become a really strong captain for the first time. And in addition to many things, that's why that arc is my favorite. But so I don't know if it can ever reach that level, or at least on the first watch it won't. But Whole Cake number 4. Well, I bounce back and forth. Whole Cake and Dressrosa fight for my 4 and 5 position. Again, I don't know how many episodes of Egghead we have left, but if there's like another 15 or so of this quality, we might be talking about Egghead as my 4th favorite arc of the entire show. So that is some high props from me. Like it's incredible. It really is. It's just simply incredible. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Again, let's like I don't know how many episodes left because there's a new opening, and how long did that other opening last? Like 15 episodes. Went from 22 to 38, so like 16, probably 16 or 17 episodes, which is very much shorter than especially the Wano openings, or the first 3 Wano openings. But in general, I feel like One Piece openings are more like maybe 30 episodes or something like that. Well, let me see. That's like what opening? That's either opening 28 or 29, if I recall correctly. And I don't want to goddamn do the math here. I'll just round up to 30 openings. And what is 1,030 divided by 30? Yeah, typically there's a new opening on average about like every 35 episodes. So the last opening was very short-lived, if that makes any sense. But I prefer that. You know what I mean? I want more. I want there to be more openings. I want there to be more endings. I love the music in the show. I love the openings and endings. So I'm fine if they shorten them up and maybe every 15, every 20 episodes we get a new one. But again, at bare minimum, there's no way that they introduced a new opening and ending for like 10 episodes. Actually, I don't remember how long the final Wano one was. I do recall that being pretty short lived as well, if I recall. But but maybe I think that started with the Luffy and Kaido fight that whilst it was still happening, so it wasn't like post Wano or anything. Anyway, just to summarize, I think it's gonna be bare minimum like 15 episode opening and ending scheme. So we probably have at least another 15 episodes, and then we got a lot of stuff. We got the Zoro Lucci stuff, and again that can be wrapped up in one episode. Again, I'm not a hater of Zoro, but Zoro is not my favorite character. He's not in my he's one of my least favorite Straw Hats, if that makes any sense. I'm not really super duper. As much as I love Lucci, Lucci would make a top 20 characters, probably top 25. I don't really need to get like, I don't want them to update us into that fight like 5 times. I want there to be one focus episode. You know what I mean? Again, you think back to like the Zoro King episode was again, they fought for a couple episodes, but I mean, that final episode, that climactic moment was fantastic. I would not be, angry or upset if we got a repeat of that. You know what I mean? So that needs to happen. Obviously, Kizaru and the fucking Vegapunk stuff, and I really don't want it to. I don't want Kizaru to have to kill Vegapunk, but I don't know. I kind of also want him to, because Vegapunk has the satellites. It feels like he can, his mind and his knowledge can live on. But I'm a little scared that if Kizaru does not succeed, that Saturn will kill him. You know what I mean? It already feels. I don't know if it's just me being paranoid, but I kind of feel like Saturn's already looking or staring at Kizaru's actions, or questioning him, or calling him out. So I don't want him to die. I love Kizaru. You know what I mean? But it's also one of those things. Like, is this moment right here enough for Kizaru to sort of leave the Marines and leave them? I don't want to call him hypocritical. Well, I don't even know. Look, I don't even know if you necessarily want to call this a plot hole or anything like that. The true evilness of the Marines and of the world government is pretty hidden, but a lot of the high-ranking officials are, being government dogs, essentially. They know what's going on, and they sort of turn a blind eye to it. So I'm not saying that Kizaru is like some really perfect good guy. But you can obviously tell that this is the first moment that anything that the government or the Marines have done, this is the first time that it's actually truly impacted Kizaru, not only just emotionally, but physically, but, everything. So I would not be surprised if this is the thing that will get him to sort of secede away from the Marines, maybe go into hiding or team up with, anti-government establishments, or maybe go to the the Revolutionary Army or something like that. That may be a stretch. But he is very deeply emotionally connected to Vegapunk, you know what I mean? So I could see this being a turning point for him. Because, again, I repeat, I love Kizaru. He's one of my favorite characters. Just even, not just his character, but I mean just from the anime coolness factor, which, again, I called out a couple minutes ago, and I am being hypocritical in that nature. But, I don't want him to just die, or I don't want him to fail his mission and get killed by Saturn. I want him to... Yeah, and I don't want him to just be the evil lapdog for the rest of the show, because I know that the Marines are evil. You know what I mean? I don't want them to just, throw him to the side, or have him beaten in like a fight in the final. No, I want him to be on the winning side, if that makes any sense. Like all of my favorite characters, I would want that to be the case. So, what are you gonna do? Sanji had some decent moments this episode. I liked it. I liked seeing Chopper, Usopp, Nami, bum-ass Robin. I liked seeing them. It's been a while. Again, I'm not gonna... It'll be the last thing I say, but it's really nice seeing them because, again, post-time skip doesn't do a good job at focusing on the Straw Hats. It's, again, as great as this show is, even if you think this is the greatest anime or the greatest narrative ever told, it's not a perfect thing. It's not a 10 out of 10. I don't want to say not a 10 out of 10, because there are flaws. There are things that it could have done better. There are missteps or whatever, and I think that that's been the major misstep. I feel like there's been absolutely zero focus on any of the Straw Hats other than Sanji and Whole Cake. Everyone else it has been given no focus. And again, I don't count Zoro winning a fight or Brook having a clutch moment in Whole Cake as a moment. I mean a character arc. I mean character progression. I mean emotional character moments. There's none of those post time skip other than Sanji. So they're all sort of devoted towards side characters or people like Bonnie or Kuma. Or you know what I mean, the Akazaya 9 or Momo or Odin, you know what I mean, to where like they're amazing characters, but they're not our Straw Hats. So all that being said, as much as I love the Kuma stuff and the amazing, the arguably peak of the show, the Kuma Bonnie flashbacks, a part of me was kind of a little sad that where are my Straw Hats at? So it was nice seeing them for a minute, even though I don't really expect them to get any shine this arc. I don't know. Again, I'm scared. You know, Zoro had a lackluster Wano for me. Frankie had a lackluster Egghead. Again, I feel like we're winding down to it. Not that Frankie's been like a bum, or not that Zoro was a bum. I just feel like there was room for character development, and there was no character development. So to be quite honest, I am a little scared about Usopp going to Elbaf, because I feel like that's been the piece of character development that's been built up the most in the show. Like out of any Straw Hat, like Usopp being in Elbaf has been the thing that's been anticipated the most. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if Oda has it in him to live up to those expectations. I'm not saying that the show's bad. I don't want anyone to misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm just saying that in that one regard, Straw Hat focus, Straw Hat character development, I think it's been very much lacking. So I'm a little scared for that. But I don't want to look too far ahead. I'm still enjoying this amazing Egghead arc. So I do think that's going to be it. Sorry for yapping a decent amount. It was an amazing episode, and I am very excited. And very excited. You know, when an episode really is really that good, I just want to talk and talk forever. So I need to stop myself. But hopefully there is an episode next week. Next episode is going to be 1140. I hope it's next week. I hope there's no break. Again, not the end of the world, but I'm loving the arc, so I do want to get it as fast as possible. So I will see you guys next week. I hope you guys have a good one. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I get the full interaction up on Patreon, as well as the entirety of the Egghead arc. It is $7 a month for animated shows. Check it out if you're interested. Finally, and most importantly, if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Again, it really does help me out. I'll see you guys. You guys have a good one.